Oh, I see the winter update is out, and it can't make things any worse than they already are. Hello everyone and welcome back to more Norwich City. Bouncing back, and you know, you've watched this before. You know how it goes. We had a great year last year. This year, I don't even need to say. You know how it's going. I made a deliberate point last time of not mentioning the fact that our opening few fixtures were actually really kind. We had some teams that we should be getting some good results against, because we should have been getting some good results against them, but we didn't, or we haven't. I mean, the good news is we've only lost once in the league anyway, but we've also only won once in the league since last time. Of course, that controlled, disciplined 1-0 win against Fulham, well, yeah, it's not been great since then. The next game after that was brilliant, a 2-1 win against Everton, who we haven't really beaten for a while. This was a very good performance, not least because Murray McCunny scored his first goal for, the game told me, 26 hours of football, over a day's worth of football. He finally scored. They did get a goal back, but straight away we took the lead again for Keio Tomori with his first goal for the club to give us another 3 points. Back-to-back wins. I thought this is going to be fine. We then drew 0-0 with Wolves, which, okay, fine, not the worst result ever. And then we lost 2-1 at home to Southampton, a team who we have beaten 4-0 at home the last couple of seasons. Safe to say they got their revenge. Not a great result. Performance was really good. We played really well in the first half. I mean, look at that. 13 shots on target. The XG is fantastic. Unfortunately, we'll watch their first goal. You can see here that Keio Tomori and Dean Henderson decide to really just have a chat during the game, and 70 million centre-back Tomori there just doesn't even bother looking and passes it straight to their players. So that was great. Really appreciate that one. And then, been downhill ever since, really. A 0-0 with Brentford. I mean, okay, Brentford are quite good, I suppose. I mean, they got relegated last year, so I don't know what I'm talking about. I say they were quite good as well. They didn't have a shot on target all game. We had 5. Not amazing, but we should have won that game. That was very disappointing. Then fully rotated the team, gave everyone a bit of a rest. Maybe thought maybe they're a bit tired. In the Champions League against Sporting, and they lost 4-0, which I think might be our worst defeat of the entire save. It's certainly up there with one of our worst defeats of the entire save. It was an absolutely awful performance, and not a great way to start the group. We have got Real Madrid in that group as well. They'll be coming up later on today, as well as Partizan Belgrade. We're currently bottom, so maybe getting knocked out of Europe. I'm not against it. Get the Champions League group stage money and then just get knocked out. A 1-1 with Brighton followed up. We scored. David Brooks scored. They equalised straight away, and then we did nothing else for the rest of the game. And most recently, we did win against Leeds in the Carabao Cup, a 1-0 win there. James Maddison scored. Basically played a full-strength side because I just wanted them to experience winning a game. So here is the league situation. I mean, the board, at the end of last season, I didn't show you because it came up after I finished the episode, but the board said in the Club Vision thing, they wanted top half this season. That's all they wanted. They were lowering their expectations. They knew what would happen. That's gone out the window, because now they're like, actually, yeah, no, we spent a lot of money, so we want you to qualify for the Europa League again, which is not looking amazing at the moment. I mean, very early days, but after 6 matches, we are in 9th place and we have 9 points. I mean, we're obviously only 1 point off 5th, but we've played some games we should have won, and we haven't won them, and it's not been great. So today then, I'm hoping for a win in the league match. We are playing Derby County, newly promoted Derby County. They're already in the relegation zone. It is Derby's main place, it seems. And then after that, well, after a trip to Pride Park, we've got a trip to the Bernabeu, and I'm not expecting to win that one against Real Madrid, but, you know, it's a big game, so it's a good big European night. So, Derby, first of all, you can see the average ratings of the team, and you can see where the problem lies. It's the front 3. They are not doing especially well. Everyone else, Maddison's doing a sterling job. The defence are doing really quite well. We are being more or less quite defensively solid. Of course, these guys didn't play against Sporting Lisbon. The issue has really been goals. Murray McCunny finally scored. He ended his goal drought, and then it's just started up again straight away. Peter Vernon, new signing, scored in his first game, of course, last episode. Since then, has been absolutely awful, averaging 6.3, 6.4. That's why his average rating is a 6.6. David Brooks has been rubbish. He started the season absolutely terribly. And that's really been the issue. So I feel, though, we should probably switch things round a bit today because no one's done especially well of late. But then at the same time, I kind of feel like I want to give them one more chance. I mean, the only thing we changed tactically this season is obviously making both defenders a central defender. Is that really having that much of a drastic issue? I don't know. It seems to help defensively, but we seem to have completely died from a creative point of view. So what I'm going to try today against Derby, we're going to keep the lineup the same, but what we're going to do, we have switched things up back to how we did it way back when in the Championship. We're going to play a higher line. I think having Tamori and Mepham, they are good enough to be able to deal with that. So anyway, Henderson is of course going to be in goal. Greg Taylor is at left back because Jamal Lewis is injured at the moment, but Tamori, Mepham and Aaron's are still there. Jamie Shackleton is anchoring the midfield along with Chowdhury and Madison. And then the front three, I'm looking at them and I'm still not sure. We're going to give them this one last game. Vernon, McCarney and Brooks. This is it. Final chance. And then some other players are going to start coming in. I have rotated a bit. I have tried Adam Eder. He's not scored at all. Dominic Solanke's not been great either. Now the notes from SI did indicate that the winter update, minimal match engine changes. Minimal changes. So I don't know. To be honest, given how we've been playing, maybe it might help us rather than be any sort of hindrance. We have got Adam Armstrong playing against us for Derby. That's only going to go well. Right, I mean, I want to motivate them. I hate these team talk options, but I mean, yeah, we'll say we're the favourites. Maybe they do need that. I never like doing it. Maybe they do need it. Maybe they do need that bit of motivation. Both teams in poor form, so that's encouraging. Right, first highlight already, a goal kick from Derby, and they've given the ball away. Madison intercepts really well. McGunney, he's completely missed the goal. I mean, great opportunity for us, which has come to nothing. Half an hour gone, that's the only chance so far. The front three not playing horrendously, although James Madison, the only one on the pitch really showing any sort of massive creative spark. There's been a goal at Craven Cottage. The man I want to sign has scored for Newcastle. Maybe we should have broken the bank for him because the players we've got are apparently not good enough. It's 0-0 at half time with Derby. I'm not happy with your performance. This is what the assistant recommends. That's more highlighted now. I mean, I already knew what he was recommending. Normally, it's not very good. Right, we'll go positive. McCarney has been playing well. Vernon, no, not particularly. Neither's Brooks. So changes in a minute. We'll give him to the hour. Going to demand some more. We've got some more. It's a highlight for Derby though. Max Aarons cuts it out. Can we counter? This is it, boys. You're getting subbed off in a minute. David Brooks. Good ball across. He finds Vernon. Can you both do something, please? Vernon goes to the byline. Cuts inside. Shackleton's there. Jamie Shackleton puts it away. Well, you know what? You can both stay on. That's all I want from you. To actually do something creative. They respond to the pressure. Great ball from David Brooks. And then Vernon does well. Keeps his composure. Cuts inside. Shackleton's there. It's blocked initially, but he is live enough to put in the rebound. His first goal for the club. And finally, we're looking like doing something. Right, we're still on positive. We'll stay on this for now, and then I think we'll probably switch things up. If we can get a second goal, we'll drop the old line back and things like that. Because we haven't played a high line for a long time. Maybe this is the way forward. McCarney to Brooks. David Brooks makes it 2-0. Murray McCarney gets the assist as well. I like to see that in the graphic. That's a good improvement. Finally, this is what we like to see. Actual football actually playing well. The front three finally decided to not be useless. Good finish from Brooks. I'm glad I started them and I'm glad I kept them on. I don't think we're going to play a high line against Real Madrid necessarily, but this may well be what we do for the rest of the league season. We're up to 4th at the moment. I mean, that's certainly a turn up for the books, although we have to actually make sure to see this one out because here come Derby. Some good build-up from the Rams here. They've gone out to, I think it's Lucas Moura on the left-hand side, but David Brooks intercepts well, actually bothers to do something from a defensive point of view, although Chris Mepham with a rare mistake, but Brooks is alive to the danger. This doesn't fill me with confidence. Dean Henderson manages to get it out. They have apparently improved distribution from goalkeepers. That wasn't amazing, but he does manage to actually pick the ball up. I mean, we have gone back to the more sort of conservative system, and well, Derby seems to be having more pressure. But if we can counter, that would be good. Murray McCarney, hopefully buoyed by his assist. Madison with a lovely pass. Hamza Chowdhury's in, not necessarily the man you would want in that situation. A good opportunity spurned. Into the final 5 minutes of normal time, made the subs of the most tired players. We're shutting it down, going to the defensive system. I do not trust these players, even being 2-0 up against Derby County. And there we go, we managed to see it out. Good win in the end. I mean, you'd be very disappointed if you didn't beat this Derby side, I think. But good performance again. Maybe the high line. Maybe that is the way we need to be going back to how we originally did way back when in the Championship. We kind of gave up on it, but now with a better defence, I think we're probably better suited for it. An actual good performance, and all the doom and gloom, maybe we can leave aside for a little bit. We jump up to 5th. We're level on points with Newcastle and Man City, but Man City and Southampton still have to play. But that is a good result. Real Madrid, though, an altogether more difficult prospect. But you know what? I'm going to play the high line. I'm going to play the high line and see if we'll just see what happens. I mean, if we get absolutely battered, then okay, that's useful to know. But if it works, then that'll be quite good. And given how well they performed in the end, I'm going to keep the team the same as well. So Real Madrid, they're good. Zinedine Zidane's still in charge. A lot of managers have held on for a very unrealistically long time. I mean, Frank Lampard's still in charge of Chelsea, Pep's still at Man City, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's still at Man United, and Zidane is still at Real Madrid. But they've got some players you know. Erling Haaland up front, Lisandro Martinez apparently in midfield. So goals, lots of goals. I mean, we do have quite a good record against Real Madrid in the save, a 50% win record. It was one knockout game. We won the first leg. We did get battered in the second, but, you know, Madrid coming forward. So Greg Taylor with a great challenge on Rodrigo, but they still have the ball. Rodrigo's in again. He's flashed that one quite far wide. We've survived for half an hour, though, and we've got a corner. James Maddison, often so helpful from this. There's Chris Mepham. He's very deadly from that kind of position. It's worked again. 1-0. Chris Mepham. I was going to say an away goal. It's not. It doesn't matter, does it? It's a group stage, but we've got the lead, and that's not what I was expecting. Madrid, though, not done yet. Long throw. It's fallen to Hostia Mawar. Very dangerous. Curls it in, and Tamori with a brilliant clearance, and again to keep us in it. We're hanging on a little bit towards the end of the first half. If we could go in at 0-0, 1-0 at half time, that would be really good. And indeed we do. Fikayo Tomori keeping us in. Chris Mepham giving us the lead. The centre-backs doing all the work. Front three not doing very well, but it was at this stage against Derby, that's when they came alive. So I'm looking for that again. I don't think it's going to happen. There's another highlight. It's another throw for Real Madrid. Nuno Mendes goes short this time to Rodrigo. Chowdhury's on a booking. It's gone to the edge of the area. Lisandro Martinez is a really good footballer, and he's scored a great goal. No one picked him up, but that was just good. I mean, there he is, just on the edge of the area. No one's even noticed him. And he's a very good footballer. Right, changes needed. The front three all having an absolute shocker. I think we might make a total and complete change. We've got Dominic Solanke on the bench. Dele Alli's coming on the left. Marcus Edwards, not fully fit, but he's coming in on the right-hand side. I'm not going to sort of go for this particularly because of 1-1 with Real Madrid. I'll take that given we lost to Sporting in the first game. If we can hold on for a point, I'll be more than content. Would rather not lose if that is possible. If we could win, that'd be amazing. Max Aarons, he wants to win. Ball across, straight to Courtois. And the counter looks like it's going to be on. We're into the 83rd minute now. And, well, I mean, we intercepted briefly, but that was misleading. Madrid, they're looking very well over here. Morrow blocked. It's fallen again. Hassani blocked. Fallen again to them. Estevez, and they've scored. We tried to defend, but didn't. We did the blocking bit, but not the clearing bit. As every single time, there's just someone there. They're quicker to the ball, the second ball, than all of our players every time. And then there's Rodrigo, jumps over Max Aarons, I think, and well, it was nice while it lasted, wasn't it? Might as well just go for this now. Final 5 minutes. Why not? Otherwise, we're probably not. I wouldn't say definitely heading out, but we're looking like we're heading out of the Champions League. And well, there we go. A 2-1 defeat to Real Madrid. It was nice while we were winning. That was our only shot on target, though. So, yeah, we didn't get completely destroyed, though. We didn't get completely overrun. It was mostly a case of the front three being useless. Maybe their roles need to be changed. Because Maybe that's what it is. We have experimented with that and it's not really worked. But anyway, that is going to be that for today. 50-50. Good win. Reasonable defeat. I mean, you can't be too disheartened about losing to Real Madrid in Madrid, can you? And it was a relatively good defensive performance. We just got undone by a better side in the end. The Champions League is looking bleak, but the league, maybe a slight upturn in form, is heading our way. That is going to be that for today. Then we will be back next time for, well, I don't know, I guess Sporting. I think we're going to need to win that game, otherwise we are heading out. We will have played Partizan twice by then, so probably good marker. Sporting and probably Newcastle, maybe Sheffield United. It depends. It depends on the League Cup as well. If we get through against Burnley, that might shake things up as well. But somewhere around then, hopefully there'll be more green on this than any other colour. But that is going to be that for today. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure you leave a like. Make sure you subscribe as well if you haven't done so already. And already plenty of matches into Season 8. I just have a feeling that we're never going to do better than what we did last year. 5th, maybe 4th. That's the most we're ever going to get. But we'll see. You never know.